What's going on, guys? It's about 5 o'clock in the morning. As you can tell, dead. I was super tired, but it's gonna be a good fucking day. I'm on the way to pick up a S14. It's something I wanted to do for a long time, and I was originally going to be building up the Silvia, but the opportunity for this thing arose, and it was just too good to pass up. So about to head to Dunedin. Got about of probably about a 5.5 hour drive ahead of us. Pick it up, get back, and then yeah, take out some plans for it. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
The mighty Waka.
Got the old 25 det air. The motor will be coming out of this and going in the Silvia. The old 20 det. You can see the trailers all hooked up to the combi. Just gotta grab some strops and then we'll go on our way. Well, I've made it 5 hours here to Dunedin to pick up the new drift car, and obviously, as you can tell by the title of the video, it's a S14 Silvia. Here it is. It's a bit rough, but it's perfect for what I want. It's already been a drift car, and it's already got an RB cross member in it. Factory 5 stud. It's got big brake conversion in the front, just standard in the rear. Car's been completely rewired, all switch panel, and there's a fuse box just under the bunch of relays and stuff under the dash, so everything's super simple. Hydraulic handbrake, and yeah, wide body kit on it. I'll do a proper video on it when we get home and go into it, but yeah, that's it for now.
Just walk by. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a soul. Now there goes a sight from my
Still traveling, got about another couple of hours to go, and just thought I'd show you this. This is how the bumper is held on. A bit of boringness, but there was no way of getting it in the car, so tied it up. It's done the trick. Got about 4 strops in the car, so she's nice and good. Alright, so finally made it home after driving for like 12 hours, and now it's time to move some cars around. Got to move the 20 det down the side. This shit's staying where it is, but got to try and clean this up and get the fucking old Silvia right here. So get on to that. Right, so it's a new day. By the time I cleaned up the garage and got the Silvia in the garage last night, it was real dark. It was getting late, so couldn't really be bothered filming it. But anyway, here it is. So this is my new pre-facelift S14. It's going to be the new drift car. So it's got a front bar on it. It's got vented front guards and some rear over fenders. This thing is definitely not the tidiest, but it is already a drift car, and no doubt I'm going to tap a few walls and shit in it and fuck it up a little more. It's quite a bit of surface rust on the back. I'll probably end up attacking that at some point and cleaning up the whole car a bit. It's just sitting on GDSTs at the moment. It's factory 5 stud. It's been big brake converted in the front. It's got drilled rotors, which is cool. But the rotors in the rear are just standard small brakes. Obviously, got some skirts. The rear bar is there. It's got some drift stitching in it already, as you do. Moving on to the inside of it. So in here, as you can see, it's all been stripped out. Roof lining, door cards, floor mats, everything is it's all gone, rear seats. The only thing that still needs to come out is the sound deadening, so I need to pull that out at some point. As rough and as hoary as this car looks, it's actually been built pretty well. All the wiring and shit in this has been done really good, real professionally. All relays and stuff there, so anything pops, it's super simple. ECU is just going to sit there. All the wiring in behind all the dash is all nice and neat. I've got a bunch of switches and stuff here, obviously fuel, fans, wipers, lights. Ignition is just flick that up, start the engine. Power to the car is obviously just that. Full hydro handbrake setup, which is real cool. I don't really like the position that it's in at the moment. I'm gonna move it so it's here. Got the cords here for battery to be mounted there already. Just gotta make something up so it's nice and secure. Probably get a battery box. And got this bit here, part of the loom for the fuel pump. It's already got a 500 horsepower fuel pump, so that's going to be cool. So the plans for this is to pull the RB25 deck out of the Zafira here. So we're going to be pulling the motor and box out of this, and this Zafira is going to be getting sold since I no longer need it. So if you want a Zafira, hit me up. I'll sell it to a decent price. But yeah, so we're going to pull the motor out of this and basically do actually more than what I was originally going to be doing with this, just so I don't have to do it later on. Be front facing plenum. I'm probably going to go with some 1000cc injectors instead of 550s like I was originally going to. I'm going to look at getting a Synco manifold, probably looking at maybe a whole set turbo or something like that. Link ECU, still going to be going a lightweight flywheel, good clutch setup. I'm not entirely sure what gearbox I'm going to be running yet. Currently the Zafira's got a 20 deck gearbox in it, which I'm actually going to be putting in my 20 deck Zafira because the gearbox in that is fucked. Plus the goal for this is to only start out with about 350 horse with the Silvia. But the reason for doing the 1000cc injectors, the better manifold and all that, is so when I go and get it tuned, I can get probably 450-ish horsepower tune done on it. So obviously when I get a bit more confident, learn a bit more, I can just turn the boost up, and a 20 deck gearbox is not going to handle 450 horsepower. I'm not even sure a big box is really going to handle it. I may look at getting a CD09 or something from a 350Z. I know they're a hell of a lot stronger. They're pretty expensive, but I'm going to be spending a lot of money on a whole lot of other parts for this, so I may as well get a stronger gearbox. I'm going to look at getting a one-piece drive shaft made up, so it's nice and solid, no play in it. It's already got a LSD in it, but I'm probably going to pull that out and try and find an open diff and just lock it. As for the suspension in this thing, it's already got adjusties in it. You can't really see it, but yeah. It's got some front caster arms, but I'll be taking those out and I'm going to be doing a full lock kit for this. I'm probably going to look at getting a Part Shop Mix front kit, which has got a knuckle, lock control arm, which is going to add a hell of a lot more lock and some extended tie rod ends. In the rear, it's got some adjustable camber arms. I'm probably just going to leave those. I'm not going to worry too much about the arms in the rear. Got hood pins, full drift spec. Hood's seen better days. So as you can see, it's pretty bare in here. It's RB cross member, so the RB is going to drop straight in. It's going to be nice and easy. Obviously, as you can see, everything that isn't necessary is has been taken out. This car was certified at some point years ago when it was still on the road. One other thing that I'm going to look at doing is I'm going to look at plugging up all these holes, just cutting some plate and welding them all up, just making it a little bit tidier. I'm going to definitely clean up all this engine bay, get all the dirt, grime and sand all the rust spots away. Probably going to look at painting it as well, just to again tidy it up a little bit. So obviously rusting a bit around the master cylinder there. You can see more of the loom. It's nice and tidy. So coming back to the inside, the plan is to still get this thing caged. I'm going to get a full 6-point roll cage done. And I'm going to look at getting some bucket seats for this and obviously some harnesses. And yeah, I'm ecstatic for this build. I'm super excited. Like I said, the opportunity for this thing arose and it was just really good to it was just way too good to pass up. The only reason in the first place I was thinking of building the Silvia is because, again, when that came up, the opportunity was too good to pass up. But it's worked out. I've got a really good 25 det from this Silvia, so going to get rid of the body and go ahead with the build for the Silvia. I know I keep chopping and changing shit, but this one is definitely final. The plan all along was to build a Silvia, but it was probably just going to happen in maybe a couple years time. So it's fucking awesome that it's able to happen now. It's going to be so cool. This car's already pretty well set up. Just needs obviously a bit more work and bit of love. But yeah, it's going to be fucking awesome. The videos of this build is going to be awesome, and obviously all the videos of track days and things like that are going to be dope. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you think could be cool to do with this car, and yeah, cheers for watching and stay tuned. There's going to be some awesome content coming your guys' way.